What's up, y'all? It's your boy Mike. Coming back at y'all with a quick video. I'm about to show y'all this rub that I made for something that I'm cooking tonight. I'm gonna do another video with me cooking it, but I want to get this part out the way first so that it'll already be done. So when I start to make the video, I don't have to do this part. So let me grab me some the measurers. Do I have two right there? Oh, certain ones I'm looking for. Hold on, y'all. 1 second. Oh, here you go. Okay, I see him. I found one. It's still a little wet. Hold on, y'all. Let me go grab something to dry these out. Be right back. Alright, y'all, I'm back. I'm gonna go get a little dry these out. They was a little damp because they was in the dish pan thingy. You know, for the dishes. For the clean dishes, I mean. Okay. Oh, I need this too. Yeah, so okay. I'm gonna tell y'all what I'm using first. Got my measures. I'm gonna tell y'all what I'm using first. I'm gonna move this out the way. This is crushed red. You can use any brand of crushed red. You can use any brand of seasoning that you want. There are certain brands of seasonings that I do prefer, but they be a little more expensive, and every place don't sell them. But these ones are always a good cheap brand. So that's crushed red. That's chili powder, rosemary, paprika, onion powder, ground cumin, garlic powder, as y'all know, it's a favorite. Sea salt. You can use any kind of salt. That's coarse sea salt. So I'm probably going to use a little bit of that. Then I might grab my regular salt and use some of that too. Just because I don't want to use too much sea salt, but I want it to be salty enough. The black pepper. Curry powder. Ginger. Chinese 5 spice, marjoram, basil, oregano, and this is some ground mustard. Now, I do normally put allspice and thyme in this same mixture when I have everything. But I don't have any time, and I don't have any I think I got allspice, but I think it's in this back cabinet here. And if y'all seen in any kitchen video that I've done, all the shit that's on top of the refrigerator, I have minimized it down, but it got back a mess again. So whatever. So I do put thyme and allspice in this normally. Now, when it comes to the Chinese 5 spice or whatever, because I used to just do cinnamon, allspice, a little nutmeg. When it comes to those, you don't have to add a lot, because I want people thinking, oh, he's making something savory, but he's putting all these spices in it. You don't have to use a lot of the like the cinnamony and the ginger spices. Okay, so all right, now I got my 3. I got the tablespoon, I got the teaspoon and half teaspoon. So, I'm going to start off with my favorite garlic. And for the garlic here, we're going to just go in with a big old whopping tablespoon. Big old whopper. Actually, while I'm pulling my friend, we're going to use 2 tablespoons of garlic powder. I'm going to come in with my cumin. We're going to use one. This is a teaspoon, y'all. 2. 3.5 teaspoons of cumin. Okay, y'all, so we're done with the cumin. So I'm going with our onion powder. One teaspoon. 2 teaspoons of onion powder. Paprika. I'm just using the teaspoon thing to, for some reason paprika gets clumpy. So we're going to be doing a tablespoon of this. Last time I put the tablespoon thing into the paprika went shooting all out the darn thing. So I'm going to fill it up with the teaspoon thingy. Just throw that in there because it started to get a little bit on the counter. That's 1 tablespoon of, that's one of them. Okay. So that's 2 tablespoons of paprika. Alright. So as we're done, we're just going to kind of scoot them over to the side so we'll know that we used that already. Rosemary. Two teaspoons of rosemary. Chili powder. A teaspoon and a half of chili powder. And the last thing we're going to add is the salt, y'all. Like I said, I'm going to be using 2. Now this mustard powder, I don't have a lot, so I would use 2 teaspoons of this, but I don't have a lot in here, so we're just going to shake. I think I'm finally out of this now. Now, let me just make sure. It might have been a tiny bit more than, no. Actually, so yeah, I would use 2 to possibly 3 teaspoons of mustard, ground mustard. Okay. Black pepper. I need some more of this time running out. But for the black pepper, I use a teaspoon. Most people, when it comes to black pepper, only use a half teaspoon. I'm Sharon Miller's son. Pepper is one of the spices that stayed in our house. Okay. So, curry powder, we are going to go in with 1, 2 teaspoons of curry powder. Come in with our gingy poo. Okay, I can't fit that whole teaspoon in there, so the ginger. Use a teaspoon of ginger. The ginger is what you're gonna go the heaviest with as far as like the spices. You know, like the stuff that's normally in, you know, and with the Chinese 5-spice, we're gonna use half a teaspoon and just like another little, just about that much more, because this has anise in it, and cloves and fennel, and those three can be real overpowering. So we don't want to use too much of it, just a little bit. So about a half a teaspoon, and maybe a little less than a quarter of a teaspoon more of that. And that's the Chinese 5-spice again, in case y'all didn't hear that one. Basil. Gonna go in with some basil. Now this is a teaspoon of basil. I'm just using a half a teaspoon scoop because some of the don't fit down into the glass jar. So now this is a new addition because I'm really in love with marjoram. So marjoram would be like the only like really new addition that I added to this rub. But I'm really loving marjoram, and I need more because I've been using it like crazy. So it's a teaspoon of marjoram. And I like this brand of spices. They spices are expensive as hell, but because I think I paid like $9 for this marjoram. I was like, whoa, I had to hit the whoa, like seriously? But okay. Alright y'all, now we come with the oregano. Oregano, we only gonna use half a teaspoon because oregano can get real perfumey, and marjoram is kind of sort of like oregano. So we're gonna scale back on the oregano. If I hadn't added the marjoram, or hadn't had marjoram to add, then I would have used the whole teaspoon of oregano. So crushed red, a teaspoon, no more. And just want to get in there and get everything married. You know what I'm saying? Get it all married and blended. Just want to make sure you get all the seasoning mixed up. By the time you're ready to cook whatever you're cooking, your seasoning is all, your rub is all done. Now I know I haven't added the salt yet, y'all, but I just wanted to mix this up first. But I think this is exactly what I'm gonna start doing, is preparing stuff more. So I'm gonna use I'm just gonna eyeball this sea salt in my hand. Probably 2 little tiny palmfuls of sea salt, and then I'm not adding this, y'all. It was just on top of my regular salt. So it's probably gonna be about a tablespoon of salt. So I'm just kind of eyeballing the salt, y'all. So it's probably a little more than a tablespoon. Okay. But yeah. So. And, you know, I know there are some people out here that can't use salt or a lot of salt. But even if, like, they say you're not supposed to have, even if you got, like, high blood pressure, use salt still. You can use anything in moderation. If you use a little bit of salt, because I'm sorry, I don't care how many seasonings you put on food. If you ain't got no salt, it's not going. I don't care what you put on it. It's still going to be bland. So salt in moderation. I'm not telling people to go salt crazy. I'm not an advocate of that because I have my tolerance has picked up for salt, but I used to have a very low tolerance for it, but I still needed it because. And to me, like, people just be using Mrs. Dash. And don't get me wrong, Mrs. Dash does add good flavor. But you need that salt still. Because there are some Miss Dash out there that are really good. Like Miss Dash, I heard of lemon pepper. I think Miss Dash probably has the best. I need to try McCormick's before I say the best. But I'm thinking that Miss Dash may have the best lemon pepper. Because hers actually has like lemon rind in it, like grated lemon rind. And, oh my goodness, it's so good. And as flavorful as it is, you still need a little salt. So I'm just going to mix this up a little bit more, y'all. Make sure all the seasonings are well blended. And to kind of break up the stuff that gets a little clumpy. Because, you know, chili powder and paprika, for some reason, seems to get clumpy. Y'all, it seems to get clumpy. I can't tell you why, but it does. I'm put these in the sink. So y'all can see how it's supposed to look. That's your rub. Now, I ain't gonna, like I said, I ain't gonna tell y'all what I'm making yet. Y'all gonna see the video later. But I do need to take it out the freezer so it can unthaw. It's probably gonna take fucking forever for it to unthaw. I think I'm gonna sit in some hot water, some hot or cold and salt water, something, so it can unthaw. But I need to finish those few little dishes that I just put in the sink. But yeah, y'all, that's my meat rub. I just call it a meat rub. I only really specifically use it for one thing, but you can use it for all meats. I'm not saying you can't use it for all meats, because you can. But yeah, y'all, if you enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up, like it, comment, subscribe, share this video with anyone, everyone you know. Maybe you know somebody that maybe not necessarily know how to cook or know how to season food. This might be a video for them. Show it to them, share it with anyone, everyone you know. Turn on your post notification bell, please, so you can be notified every time that we post. I've been seeing more videos are coming. I've been trying to do it, but things just been kind of... We still have to get this apartment fully together. Like, if once we get this living room together and these plants under control, it will be perfect. Get these plants under control and get these boxes and stuff unpacked and stuff that, you know, is no longer wanted, you know, putting boxes for donations for the Goodwill, we'll be fine. But yeah, y'all. So with that, look for the video later, and that's it. So deuces.